G'day guys and welcome back. Got another war video, war number 6 I believe. Yeah, war number 6, season 61. And Chaos are taking on Bolt. What do we got? We got the bands are Corvus, Kushala, Nico, Spider-Woman and Carolina. So yeah, nice good war today. Got 8 fights. I was really looking forward to this war. Um, Yeah, I actually assigned myself these paths and champions for the most part. So I'm taking path 7 in section 1. So I've got Chilth there and then Wolf. And then I'm moving over to path 5 in section 2. So just taking on that Deathless Thanos and Modok. Then I'm going to go over and take this Gentle there on Ebb and Flow Knockdown. And then I'm moving over to Bullseye there on that Hazard Shift, Incinerate and Shock, I believe. And then also taking that Maestro and Cassandra there as well. Yeah, so should be fun. Let's get into it. Um, so the team today is obviously Lumatrix because he is the GOAT and he proves that once again this war. As well as Solvarch again, another tactic attacker, and just Shathra for one fight, just for that Maestro. So yeah, that's the team today. Yeah, lots of fun. So yeah, like I said, I assigned myself these paths. Yeah, so I was pretty pleased with my assignment skills, if I do say so myself. Although I do have one fight that doesn't go so well, but that wasn't an assignment issue, that was more user error. Um, but anyway, let's get into it. So yeah, first off we got this Chilth, using Lumatrix here, pretty straightforward, pretty safe. Lumatrix is bleed immune, so even if I do get hit, I'll be safe. And obviously, the invisibility is just clutch here. Yeah, I think Lumatrix might actually just be the GOAT of all GOATs. So I'm not going to use any special attacks here because that will trigger, I believe it's a armor break debuff and something else, maybe a heal block. And then she'll cleanse that and then I'll get the damage reflection passive. So just going to do basic attacks here. So yeah, nothing much to this. Just all basics. He hits pretty hard, even without using specials. A little bit annoying there. She's at 1%, so oh well, whatever. I'll just bait another special and punish. So yeah. Anyway, that's that. Now we've got Wolf here. Also another very good counter to this node, or this defender really, being Rupture immune. So even if I do get hit here, I should be pretty safe because Wolf doesn't hit overly hard. His Ruptures is what does all the damage. So pretty safe here with this node. Also the Tranquilize that gets placed on you doesn't really matter because Lumatrix doesn't rely on debuffs. Everything's passive with him. And yeah, the miss just helps here. Again, you could do this whole fight just with basic attacks. Once you build that cunning up, you start really critting a lot. So playing here, not really much, just use the invisibility, use the evade, just push him to, I think I just finish it off here with a special attack. Yep. So yeah, nice and clean, happy with that, pretty easy. Alright, now we've got this Ebb and Flow Intercept node here with Deathless Thanos. This is, you'd probably think I'd be using Shathra here, but actually no, I'm going to use Lumatrix because it's very easy to keep up his tracking passive, so I don't really need to worry too much about you know, the miss or the falter. And I can just do this whole fight with basic attacks. He hits pretty hard. And also the invisibility gives me safer intercepts. Although I wasn't too concerned, I was prepared to just go this whole fight without even dropping his protection because I felt I would be hitting hard enough anyway, even without the Fury. And And because Deathless Thanos doesn't need much convincing to throw his special attacks, I could just keep on punishing him and refreshing my evade. Don't know what I was doing there. Don't know why I didn't just charge my heavy, but anyway, I get there eventually. Bit of a brain fart moment. He goes a bit passive here, and then I just throw the SP2 anyway. Not really concerned about that. Again, I've got the tracking passive, so falter doesn't really matter. I actually forgot that I can just counter his unstoppable. So I'm watching his charges here, and I'm trying not to, you know, trigger the unstoppable, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because I can counter it with the tactic. So anyway, I realised that after the fact. But anyway, so if I did this again, this same fight next time, I would obviously remember that. But yeah, as you can see, just basic attacks, slow and steady. No need to rush this. Just play it safe. I did put an invul on as well. Didn't really need to, but I tend to do that when I do a fight for the first time, just in case. But yeah, definitely was not necessary. Although I did want one for the next fight, because I didn't know how that was going to go either, and that was a little bit more scary. So I was hoping I could get through this fight and use the same invul boost for the next fight, which I can, and I just have enough time. I think I have like 10 seconds on the timer. So anyway, that's Thanos down, nice and easy. Full yellow bar pretty much. So this placement, good placement I think. Yeah, good placement, but yeah, I didn't know how to play this fight, to be honest. I haven't ever fought MODOK in War or in BGs, so or in his new version. So I got parried there, unfortunately, trying to punish his heavy. Got the intercept there, which was nice. I don't know what's happening there. I should be able to evade those SP1s. When I was doing duels, I was doing it every time, but unfortunately, just wasn't to be that time. Now I'm just waiting for my evade to come back to refresh, because he's got his auto block charge. So now it's back. I'm just going to trigger the evade, knock him down to put it on cooldown, and then just carry on with the fight. Going to try and get an intercept here, which I do. I think the invisibility actually protects me if he goes to stun me. I wasn't sure. I don't know what happened there. I just threw an SP2 into block. Lucky I was invisible. Yeah, so when I'm invisible, it seems as though I'm stun immune, or his parry doesn't work. I don't know. I guess if I was invisible and I got stunned, he wouldn't be able to hit me anyway. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm starting to take a lot of hits here, which isn't good. So I'm just losing grip of the fight. I managed to get a parry there so I can knock him down, which is fine. And then what happens here? Something else happens. I tried to get the intercept, but that didn't work. Yeah, I'm trying to finish this off here as best I can. Got the intercept, but then his charge came back when I threw a SP1. But that invisibility, it just saves my bum so many times. Anyway, got him down. So at the end of the day, I felt that was okay. Probably could have done better. I think I'll do better next time. Okay, anyway, so now we've got this gentle here on ebb and flow knockdown, and I think the prowess. So I'm going to use Solvarch here. I was actually going to use Lumatrix initially. That was the plan. I planned myself to use Lumatrix here because he really counters this node very well. But when I did some duels, then I realised that he just crits too much. So you end up just triggering his reinforced passive, and you end up not being able to crit. So yeah, went with Solvarch. Did a bit of an annoying fight, to be honest. Long fight. My strategy here, I was just going to keep cycling SP1s. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like Solvarch, to be honest. He's not my favourite champ. But anyway, he's stacking up prowess here. He's just not throwing that SP1. Eventually he does with 9 prowess. I take a blocked hit there. I think I was trying to evade, but luckily I didn't get hit by that because I probably would have KO'd. I think the main thing with this fight is just I've just got to keep up the tactic, basically. Just got to remember to keep knocking him down. I'm just going to bait and punish SP1s only because he gets a massive physical resistance when he throws his SP2, and most of Solvarch's damage is physical, so AI had a bit of a moment there. I was trying to bait a heavy. Yeah, very slow fight, just with the protection, and Solvarch obviously. And I'm struggling to build charges here because he's not hitting me all that much, so I'm not taking damage. Because that's how it kind of works. When you take damage from a mutant, you kind of build your charges. They do slowly tick over naturally, but it just takes time. So protection's up, so I just got to bait another heavy, knock him down. Oh, and also my recording failed there for whatever reason. It popped up on the screen. It paused the game and said it failed. I didn't read why, but something happened there. But anyway, that's the fight. So yeah, 104 hits. It was a long fight, 3 minutes. But anyway, full health. Now I've got this bullseye. So this fight just goes horribly. I just play it all wrong. I've done this fight a couple of times before with Solvarch, and come out with full health and done it in like, minute 20 seconds. But yeah, this one I try a different strategy here. I don't know why I do that because I know what works. But I think the last time my cold snap came close to falling off a couple of times, so I was a bit worried about that happening now. So I decided I'll just cycle SP1s so I can keep the cold snap active, as well as then just switch to the damage mode. But the whole fight just feels off. So even there, I was trying to dex that, but it just didn't work. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch over to my damage mode, to release mode. I probably should have see, again I tried to dex, I just took a bunch of damage there. Those specials in the block really hurt. So now switch back to absorb mode so I can apply more cold snaps. Now I'm back in release mode, so back in my damage mode. And I think it's here. He just will not throw a special. He's building up prowess. Cold snap's going to fall off. So I'm losing my whole damage cycle here, which is great. So I have to switch back now to absorb mode so I can get the cold snap on, but it's fallen off. So now I have to wait out his evade charge thing there. So yeah, I'm losing the health race here. I managed to get the cold snap back on, so now I can kind of push him to SP2s again. I actually don't know what happened here. I haven't watched this back. Something happens here at the end. Oh, that's right. I get hit by a special 1 with all that prowess. So I think that's what happened there. I don't know. I'm just playing this all wrong. I should have just went for my normal rotation, which was so last time I went to SP2. I converted all my, I got to 10 or 15 armor, then I went SP1, got 10 energize, and then I went to SP3 and just nuked with an SP3. So that's the rotation I used last time. And I kind of went back to that here a bit, but unfortunately I'm just too low on health at this point. Yeah. So that's unfortunate, and I'll show you a screenshot of the last fight that I did on this exact same fight with versus a rank 4 using rank 4 Solvarch. I'll show you the screenshot of the fight stats at the end of this video, and you'll see how much of an idiot I am for going against kind of what I knew was going to work. But anyway, alright, fight's done. Let's move on. Oh, there's the stats there. So that was the last time I did this fight. Exact same node, same fight. And you can see I came out with like full health, and it was like a minute 20 seconds. So yeah, big difference. Anyway, where is it? Okay, now we've got this Maestro here. Fight or flight, whatever. So yeah, just going to use, I think I'm healing. I don't know why I'm healing him up now. Anyway, I'm just going to use Shathra here, and just nuke him. I think I'll go in with a power start 1. So missing in action, return policy, false confidence, fight or flight. So I'm just going to nuke him with Shathra, PS1 boost, and yeah, should be pretty good. A couple of mistakes in this fight, but nothing that costs me. Wasn't really worried about this fight at all. Oh, that's right. I throw an SB1 here. Oh no. No, it wasn't here. It was something else. Alright, so I've got 2 SB1s off. Just going to charge the heavy into SP2. Does a fair bit of damage, but unfortunately the unstoppable buff was there, which didn't really matter because I was unblockable, and it kind of the atrophy reduced its duration. So as you can see, yeah, don't know what's happening here. Now I got the falter. That was a bit weird. What happened there? Anyway, fight's almost done. So yeah, bit of an ugly fight, bit messy, but very safe. So no real issues there. Alright, so final fight here. We've got this Cassandra, rank 4 Cassandra here. Just going to go in with an advanced power boost. I'm not too worried about dying here to hits. That's why I didn't use an invul, because all their attacks are energy based and Solvarch just eats them up. So the only way I'm going to die here is if I die from, you know, the node, the degen, whatever. So yeah, a mistake right off the bat there. I attacked her while she was charging a heavy. Get the knockdown. She does a nice little intercept for me there, and then I miss SP1 Dex. So really not going well here. Oh god. Anyway, just going to switch over to release mode here. Try and get some damage in. I just got to remember to keep switching back to absorb mode so I can keep applying the cold snap to get power gain. Yeah, I don't want to be caught in release mode without any cold snap and below a bar of power, because I won't be able to get back to a bar of power, which would be very bad. Although I wonder if I just remained in release mode, and just, because, yeah, I could probably just do that. Looking at it now, I can just stay in release mode, because every time I take damage from her, I will gain charges. So I wouldn't even really need to cycle. I just need one SP1 just to go from absorb to release, and then I should be able to just keep on building charges. As you can see, my charges, the yellow numbers there, they just keep on building. So as long as those charges are there, I can do damage. So yeah, I could just remain in this mode, looking at it. Anyway, fight's going well. I've made some mistakes, but nothing that's really going to cost me here, because it's very difficult to die against a mutant that deals energy damage when you're using Solvarch. Back to release mode. She's almost down. And yeah, so that's my war. So yeah, 8 fights, 1 death unfortunately, but yeah, hopefully it doesn't cost us, but it probably will, unfortunately, because I think they're ahead at the moment on deaths. I think we're ahead on fights, but we're way ahead on deaths at the moment, so we're having a bit of a bad war. But we never know. It's not over till it's over. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.